everybody, welcome to this introduction to 3D modeling. Let's get started.
Hi everybody, welcome to this third video where we are recreating a series of videos on how to make a 3D model of a spoon. The original tutorial series was made by Ian Scott 888 and I'm remaking Ian's video to cater for students who are using Blender version 2.9 or above. Okay, so let's go into where we finished off in tutorial 2. We managed to create a 3D is it a spoon? I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, all very entertaining. Now, what we need to do now is think about how we're going to model this. And we really need more of a mesh. There's not enough detail. There aren't enough faces, really, on this model to give us a big creative opportunity. We need more of a mesh, and let me try and explain what I mean when I say more of a mesh. Let's see. Oh, do you see this guy here? Look at all those faces on the face. That mesh is very detailed. Because it has a detailed mesh, we can shape a nose and some eyes and some ears. There's a lot of detail in that mesh. Look at the mesh for these human bodies. There's a lot of detail. There are lots of polygons, lots of squares and other four-sided shapes. Okay? So our mesh, wow, look at the mesh there for all these contours of this 3D terrain. The mesh that we've got at the moment is just not complex enough. We're not going to be able to do much with this. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to add a modifier. It's going to be the subdivision surface modifier. And we're going to, well, we could play with these numbers. I'm going to go for 2 levels and a render level of 2. Not entirely sure what that means, but let's just play with those numbers and let's do you remember we can't apply in edit mode? Let's go to object mode and then let's see if we can apply this modifier. Yes, and look, we've got a smoother shape than we had before, right? We've modified the surface of our object. Now let's go back into edit mode and look at the mesh that we have, a much more detailed mesh. So now that we have a detailed mesh, we can really do some funky modeling. So let's go to top orthographic view in edit mode. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and pan. And I'm going to select one of these vertexes kind of in the middle of the top of the spoon. Doesn't matter which one. Let's go for that one. And I'm going to grab it and I'm going to stay on the Z axis. I'm going to press Z and I'm going to play with that vertex. Now unfortunately I'm just in top view. I want to see some other views. So I'm going to press escape on the keyboard, escape, ESC, and we're just going to start again. Let's go to view, view regions, no, view area, toggle quad view. Control Alt Q is the keyboard shortcut. Toggle quad view, Control Alt Q. Yes, that's what I want to see. So now I've got top view, and I've got front view, and I've got right view. So I can see this from different angles, okay? So again, let's grab one of those, and let's extrude on the Z axis. Press Z. Now, as you can see, if you look down here, we can see that only one vertex has been manipulated. And I really want the surrounding vertexes to be manipulated as well. Not just that one, but the ones around it. Okay, so we're going to undo that, Control Z. Let's just select and deselect everything. I'm going to select again. And I'm going to go into proportional editing. Select that, and we're going to get proportional editing. And let's look at how that works. So G to grab. Ooh, look. We've got a nice big circle there. And if you use the wheel on your mouse, you can make that circle bigger and smaller. Now let's stay on the Z axis. Press Z on your keyboard, or Z. And let's make the wheel a bit bigger. Yep. And now let's move the mouse. And do you see the shape that we're getting? Let's make the wheel a bit smaller, and it's not really as good. Let's make it bigger. Ooh, 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 that's an interesting looking spoon. Let's go with that. I like it. So Control Alt Q on the keyboard. I'm just going to go back to normal view, and let's orbit around the model. Let's have a look at it in object mode. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Let's go back to edit mode. Let's go Control Alt Q. This time I'm going to pan to the handle of my spoon, and I'm going to select another vertex. I'm going to make sure proportional editing is switched on. I'm going to grab on the Z axis, and let's mess around with the handle of the spoon. Just changing the size of that proportional editing. That's not bad. I like that. Just moving the mouse around a little bit. Wow, okay. Control Alt Q. And let's just orbit around and see what we've got. Not bad. Look at that spoon. Now I'm going to go into object mode. I'm pretty impressed with myself right now. That's not a bad spoon. Okay, so feel free to mess around with your design and come up with a shape that you're happy with. The last thing that we're going to do in this tutorial series is go into shading. And let's see if we can figure out how shading works. I'm going to delete this material, and I'm going to make a new one. And I'm going to call it shiny surface, because I want to make a shiny surface, like a silver surface of a spoon. So this is going to be my shiny surface material. Now let's just zoom in a little bit. Now I want it to be metallic, so let's change that to a value of 1. Press enter. Yeah, oh, there we go. We've got a metallic, kind of a more metallic looking spoon. Not really, it's anything else. Let's change the roughness. I'm going to make the roughness 1 as well. Or let's make it 0 and see what happens. Oh, now there's a metallic spoon. Okay, so we have a metallic spoon. Now that's as far as we're going to go in this video series. I hope that you're able to make a funky looking spoon.